friends, welcome to my channel. In previous video we had discussed about the different theories of the shaft design. Today we will discuss the numerical on the shaft. Okay, so first numerical is a steel spindle transmits 4 kilowatt at 800 rpm. The angular deflection should not exceed 0.25 degree per meter of the spindle. If the modulus of rigidity for the material of the spindle is 84 gigapascal, find the diameter of the spindle and shear stress induced in the spindle. Okay, so I will repeat again. A steel spindle transmits 4 kilowatt power at 800 rpm. Okay, the angular deflection should not exceed 0.25 degree, so theta is given, and per meter of the spindle, so length of the spindle is 1 meter. If the modulus of rigidity for the material of the spindle is 84 gigapascal, find the diameter of the spindle and shear stress. Okay, diameter and the shear stress induced in the spindle we have to find. We will move towards the given data. So what is given? You can see given power is given. Power P equals to 4 kilowatt, N equals to 800 rpm, that is revolution per minute. The angular deflection, that is theta, is equals to 0.25 degree. Okay, so per meter of the spindle, length of the spindle L equals to 1 meter. If the modulus of rigidity G equals to 84 gigapascal, find the diameter. To find, we have to find, that is diameter of the shaft and shear stress induced in the shaft. So we will move towards the solution. This much things we have, so we will move towards the solution. Okay, so first, as power is given, so we know the equation of power. Power equals to 2 pi nt by 60,000, where T is the torque, N is the number of rotation or revolution per minute, P is the power, and its unit is kilowatt. Okay, so from that torque we can get, that is P into 60,000 divided by 2 pi N. So substituting the value of the given data, we get 4 kilowatt power as 4 kilowatt, 4 into 60,000 divided by 2 into 3.14 into N is 800. Okay, so calculate it. So we will get 47.7464 Newton meter. We have to convert it into Newton mm. Okay, so it is equals to 47.7464 Newton. It is meter, so 1 meter equals to 10 raised to 3 mm. So the above value is in Newton meter. We have to convert into Newton mm. So 1 meter equals to 10 raised to 3 mm. So it will be into 10 raised to 3 Newton mm. Okay, so this is the value of torque. Now, as we know the equation of torsion. What is the equation of torsion? Equation of torsion, that is tau by r equals to T by J equals to G theta by L. Okay, so from this equation we can get T by J is equals to G theta by L. Okay, so J equals to T into L by G theta, T into L by G theta. So now from this equation we will find the value of J. J is the polar moment of inertia. Okay, but first we will convert this theta into radian, because in torsion equation the value of theta will be in the radian. Okay, so theta is given here 0.25 degree, so it will be converted into radian, that is pi by 180 radian. Okay, so the value will be, you can calculate on the calci. So the value of theta in radian is 4.3633 into 10 raised to minus 3 radian. So now we will substitute this theta, T, L, G in the equation number 1. Okay, so J equals to T into L upon G theta, which is equals to, what is T? T is 47.7464 into 10 raised to 3. What is length of this spindle? That is 1 meter. 1 meter equals to 10 raised to 3 mm. So 10 raised to 3 mm divided by, what is G? Okay, G is in gigapascal. G is equals to 84 gigapascal. Okay, so gigapascal will be 10 raised to 9. So 84 into 10 raised to 9. What is Pascal? Pascal will be Newton per meter square. Pascal is Newton per meter square. So 84 into 10 raised to 9. Okay, Newton per meter square. So meter equals to 10 raised to 3 mm. So 10 raised to 3, because 1 meter equals to 10 raised to 3 mm. So it will be 84 into 10 raised to 9 Newton per mm square. So it is 10 raised to 6 mm square. So 10 raised to 6 and 9, we will get 84 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square. Okay, so this is G. So G will be 84 into 10 raised to 3 theta. Theta is 4.3633 into 10 raised to minus 3. So calculate this on your calci. So J will be 0.13027 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Mm raised to 4 is the unit of polar moment of inertia, that is J. So it will be 13.027 into 10 raised to 4 mm raised to 4. As we know, the polar moment of inertia of the circular cross section is pi by 2 into r raised to 4. R is the radius. So it is 13.027 into 10 raised to 4. From that, r raised to 4 is equals to 13.027 into 2 divided by pi into 10 raised to 4. So from this we can get 8.297 into 10 raised to 4. Okay, 8.297 into 10 raised to 4. So this is r raised to 4. Now in calci we can calculate this 8.297 raised to 1 by 4 into 10 raised to 1 by 4. So r equals to 1.697 into 10. So it will be 16.97 mm. So radius of the shaft is 16.97, and as you know, the diameter equals to 2 times of radius. So diameter of the shaft D is equals to 2r. So it will be 33.94 mm. Okay, which can be taken as 34 mm. So diameter of this solid shaft is 34 mm. So first, our task was complete to find the diameter. Now we will move to find shear stress. Okay, as we had find the diameter of the shaft, now we will move to find the shear stress. Here we can find shear stress by the two method. That is, first is this method, torsion equation method, and other is, that is, we had discussed the theories, that is a shaft subjected to torsion only. From that equation we can get T equals to pi by 16 into tau into d cube. So from this equation we can get tau equals to T into 16 divided by pi into d cube. Okay, so there are two ways to find. So for simplicity we will use this torsion equation. Okay, so what is torsion equation? That is T by J equals to tau by r is equals to g theta by L. Okay, this is the torsion equation. So we can write tau by r, which is going to equals to T by J. So from this, tau is equals to T into r divided by J. We have the value of torque. Value of torque is 47.7464 into 10 raised to 3 Newton mm. What is the value of radius that we had find? It is 16.97 mm. Okay, so 16.97 divided by, what is the value of polar moment of inertia? We had the value as 13.027 into 10 raised to 4. J is equals to 13.027 into 10 raised to 4. So 13.027 into 10 raised to 4. Okay, so calculate this on the calci. So we will get 62.1982 into 10 raised to minus 1 Newton per mm square. So we can write tau equals to 6.2198 Newton per mm square. So this is the value of shear stress. Okay, so now we will move to next question. So a shaft transmits 75 kilowatt power at 300 rpm. Load is gradually applied. It is also subjected to the bending moment of 500 Newton meter. Shear stress in the shaft material should not exceed 40 Newton per mm square. Shaft must not twist more than 2 degree per meter length. Modulus of the rigidity of shaft material is 0.8 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. Find the diameter of the solid shaft. If the shaft chosen is hollow with the inside to the outside diameter ratio as 0.5, find the size of the hollow shaft. What is the percentage saving in the material by using hollow shaft instead of the solid shaft? Okay, so I will repeat again. A shaft transmits 75 kilowatt power at 300 rpm. Okay, and the load is gradually applied. It is also subjected to the bending moment of 500 Newton meter. Shear stress in the shaft material should not exceed 40 Newton per mm square. The shaft must not twist more than 2 degree per meter length. So the length of the shaft is 1 meter. Modulus of rigidity of the shaft is 0.8 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. Find the diameter of the solid shaft. If the shaft chosen is hollow with inside to outside diameter ratio is 0.5. Find the size of the hollow shaft. What is the percentage saving in the material using hollow shaft instead of the solid shaft? So we will write the given data. Okay, so data is given as power P is equals to 75 kilowatt, n is the number of revolution per minute, that is 300 rpm. Load is gradually applied. So in previous video when we had discussed the theory of ASME code of shaft design, in that I had said that KB and KT are taken from a table. Okay, so refer that video. In that table is shown, and corresponding to the gradual applied load, a value of KB and KT is given. So KB is 1.5 and KT is equals to 1. Okay, so refer that video first, then you get the value of KB and KT. And it is also subjected to the bending moment, that is M equals to 500 Newton meter. Shear stress in the shaft material is 14 Newton per mm square, that is shear stress is 40 Newton per mm square. Shaft must not twist more than 2 degree, that is theta is equals to 2 degree per meter length. Length of the shaft is 1 meter. Okay, which is equals to 10 raised to 3 mm. And modulus of rigidity G is equals to 0.8 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. Okay, diameter to the inside to the outside diameter ratio, that is inside to outside diameter ratio is 0.5. That is, if D2 is the inside diameter and D1 is the outside diameter, its ratio is 0.5. Okay, so we have to find what we have to find, that is diameter of the solid shaft D. Okay, D1 and D2 we have to find, and percentage saving in material we have to find. Okay, so first from the data we had an hint, that is power is given. So first, as we know the equation of power, formula of power is power equals to 2 pi nt by 60,000 and its kilowatt unit. So from that torque can be calculated, that is P into 60,000 divided by 2 pi n. So substitute the value of respective terms, so we can get the equation of, or the value of torque, 75 into 60,000 divided by 2 into 3.14 into what is n is 300 rpm. So calculate on the calc. So torque equals to 2.3873 into 10 raised to 3 Newton meter. We have to convert into Newton mm. So it equals to 2.3873 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm, because 1 meter equals to 10 raised to 3 Newton. 1 meter equals to 10 raised to 3 mm. Okay, so torque T equals to 2.3873 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. This is the value of torque. Okay, now as the shaft, now from the given data of the solution of the numerical, we can assume that is shaft is subjected to the torsion. Okay, from the given data we can conclude, because power is given, n is given, tau is given, L is given, G is given, and theta is given. So we can use the equation of torsion, that is T by J is equals to tau by R equals to G theta by L, because all is given, that is T is given, T is we had to find, J we can find, tau also given, R we can find, G is given, theta is given, and L is given. So we can use this equation. Okay, as we know the equation of torsion, that is tau by R equals to T by J, T by J is equals to G theta by L. Okay, so T by J is equals to G theta upon L. So from this equation we can get the value of J. J is equals to T into L divided by G theta. So what is the value of T? That is 2.3873 into 10 raised to 6, length is 10 raised to 3 mm. G is 0.8 into 10 raised to 5. Theta is in degree, so we have to convert it into radian. So 2 into pi by 180. Okay, So calculate this, we will get the value of J. So the value of J equals to 85 into value of J is equals to 85.5322 into 10 raised to 4 mm raised to 4. So as we know, the polar moment of inertia of circular cross section is pi by 2 into r raised to 4 is equals to 85.5322 into 10 raised to 4. So r raised to 4 can be written as 85.5322 into 2 divided by pi into 10 raised to 4. Okay, so calculate this value. So r raised to 4 equals to 54.479 into 10 raised to 4. So r equals to 54.479 raised to 1 by 4 into 10 raised to 4 raised to 1 by 4. So calculate this on the calc. So r equals to 2.7161 into 10. So it is equals to 27.161 mm. So radius of this solid shaft is this. So diameter of this solid shaft is d is equals to 2 into radius. So it is 54.322 mm, which is taken as 55. Okay, mm, which is taken as 55 mm. So this is the diameter of solid shaft. Okay, as we can see in the given data, there is also mentioned the bending moment. Okay, as we can see in the given data, we have the bending moment m, kb, kt. Okay, so due to that, we have to find the diameter of the solid shaft by ASME code also. Okay, so now we will find the diameter of the shaft by the ASME code. ASME code. So using ASME code, using ASME code, we can get the diameter, that is under root of kb into m the whole square plus kt into t the whole square, which is equals to pi by 16 into t tau max into d cube. So what is the value of kb for gradually load applied, that is 1.5. What is the value of m? M is given in the data, that is 500. M is given in data is 500 Newton meter. 500. So 500 the whole square plus what is kt? Kt will be 1 from the table into t. What is the t? T is the torque. Well, what is the value of torque? That is 2.3873 into 10 raised to 6. Okay, so 10 raised to 6 will be Newton mm, but we had taken Newton meter, so it will be 10 raised to 3 the whole square. Okay, so here is pi by 16 into tau max into d cube. So solve this side first. So we will get 2.50233 into 10 raised to 3 equals to pi by 16 into tau max into d cube. So here this is in meter and tau max is given is in Newton per mm square. So we have to convert this into mm. So it is 2.50233 into 10 raised to 6 is equals to pi by 16 into what is the value of tau max, that is tau 40, because it is given here, that is tau equals to 40 Newton per mm square. Okay, so we will take this. So 40 Newton per mm square into d cube. So d cube will be 2.50233 into 10 raised to 6 into 16 divided by pi into 40. Okay, 5 into 40. So from that d cube going to be equals to, so d cube equals to 0.31876 into 10 raised to 6 mm. So d equals to 0.6857 into 10 raised to 2 mm. So we can write d equals to 68.57 mm. So d can be taken as 68 mm. Okay, now as by using ASME code we got diameter of the solid shaft as 68 mm, and by using the equation of torsion we had obtained the diameter of the solid shaft as 55 mm. Okay, so remember a fact in mind that with the increase in the diameter of the solid shaft, the factor of safety increases. So we have to take the maximum diameter to keep in mind the factor of safety. So we will take the maximum dia, that is 68 mm. So the diameter of the shaft is 68 mm. Okay. Now we will calculate about the hollow shaft. For hollow shaft, okay, so we had given that d2 by d1 equals to 0.5, where d2 is the inner diameter and d1 is the outer dia. I will write here d2 equals to inner dia and d1 is equals to outer dia. Okay, using the theory of torsion, that is shaft is subjected to torsion, then diameter of the hollow shaft can be found by T equals to pi by 16 into T into d1 cube into 1 minus d2 by d1 the whole raised to 4. Okay, so as we know the value of T, tau and d2 by d1, so we can get d1. So what is the value of T? That is 2.387 into 10 raised to 6, which is equals to pi. Pi is 3.14 divided by 16 into tau. Tau is 40 into d1 cube into 1 minus d2 by d1 is 0.5. So 0.5 the whole raised to 4. So from this d1 cube is equals to, find that, so d1 equals to 0.3244 into 10 raised to 6. So from that d1 equals to 0.6896 into 10 raised to 2. So d1 equals to 68.96 mm. This is d1. So we have d2 by d1 equals to 0.5. So d2 equals to 0.5 d1. Okay. So what is the value of d2? d2 equals to 0.5 of this 68.96. So it will be 34.48 mm. Okay. So d1 and d2 we had obtained. Now we will calculate the percentage saving in the material. Percentage saving in material is given by 1 minus d1 square minus d2 square divided by d square. Okay, into 100, where d1 and d2 are the diameter of the hollow shaft and d is the diameter of the solid shaft. So put the value and we can get the percentage of saving in material. What is d1? d1 is 68 square minus what is d2? d2 will be what? d2 is 34 square minus what is d? d is 68 point, what we had obtained, that is 68.57 the square. So now by calculating this we can get the value nearly equals to 26.12%. Okay, this is the percentage saving. So that's all. If you had any doubts, please ask me in the comment section. Please subscribe my channel, share and like. Okay, thank you.